Morning everyone! Today we are going to be talking about tips. It's the beginning of the year. Everybody's going to be starting bullet journaling, so I wanted to give you guys some tips, so we're going to dive right in. You guys ready? All right, let's go. Okay, I'm gonna go down. So first thing you need to do is pick a good notebook. You're gonna be like, well, there's this one, which is it's got smaller pages. It's kind of got a yellowish. I don't really like that one. So then we look at like this one and we're like, oh, that's really pretty. I like this one. This is a good one. This might be an option. Let's put it back on the shelf for now. Or you can even do like a composition notebook like this and we'll be like, ooh, yeah, I like this. Okay, this is really cheap and simple. Or you can pick the golden one that's already chosen for you on the shelf. Lovely. Okay, this is my new bullet journal. So, next step. Okay, so one of the things I know that really helps you with bullet journaling is being consistent. Now, it depends on the person. One of my daughters likes to use just the monthly. That's it. She just uses a calendar. She has a bunch of blank pages. I shared it, I think at the end of January video. I just did a bunch of different pictures in there. So she has the monthly set up, and then she has a bunch of blank pages where she can do notes or whatever she wants. She just wants to use a calendar. I have another daughter who likes to use daily planning, hours, everything blocked out and time blocking. And then you have me. I like weeklies. I'm a weekly girl. I like to have it all weekly, but I also like to look back at my monthly calendar. So you can do it a bunch of different ways. To be consistent, it needs to work for you. Try a daily if you want to. Try a weekly. Try a monthly. Doesn't matter as long as it works for you, but be consistent with like, okay, this doesn't work. I want to keep going with bullet journaling. Let me try this. So be consistent. Okay. The bullet journal should not make you feel stressed, okay? This is not supposed to make you feel stressed. So calm down. Figure out what works for you, and don't be stressed. Take a deep breath. If you're feeling stressed, chuck the crap, because obviously it's not working for you and you should not feel stressed about it. And if you don't know how to do artistic things, I got you covered. Next one, have low expectations of yourself, but try something. Try it. Don't be scared to try it, but have low expectations. Why? Because when you sit there and you're like, I'm going to fill out every single tracker I put in my bullet journal, and then you don't do it, what happens? You give up. You don't like it. It looks stupid. It doesn't feel finished. Just try and give yourself some okay, if I do part of it, I'm pretty happy with myself. Give yourself those small little rewards, all right? And keep going to bullet journaling. It is a great resource. When you see a long list of 350 bullet journal ideas, example, it can be really overwhelming. Remember, you don't have to try everything. Just look at the ones that might help you. That also goes into the next one, which is one of a kind. My journal is going to be different from everybody else's. I like the hidden flaps. I like dragon stickers. So my book's going to be full of dragon stickers. I like my book being themed off of maps and different books. Not everybody does. It makes it one of a kind. And yes, it might be similar to other people's, but when they compare side by side, there might be some similarities, but they're going to be completely different in other ways. So not all spreads are going to work for you, so don't feel like you have to try everything, and remember that it should be one of a kind. And even if you don't do artwork very well, you can always get transfer paper and just, you know, credit the work, or at least say where you got it from. Most of my maps I got from Pinterest or Google searches, and all I did was say maps of Throw in the Glass, maps of what the other books that I'm going to be putting in my journal. So I found the maps and then I just used transfer paper. Why? Because I wanted them to be close to what the books were, but you know, I didn't want to take that time to sit there and measure out everything. I don't have the time for that. So I just use transfer paper for the maps. It works. You are going to make mistakes, okay? All right, so remember that. Remember there's also these things called whiteout or this acrylic pen. These can help you fix your mistakes. They're not that bad. I've covered up mistakes with pieces of paper, different things. It's okay. Mistakes are gonna happen. Embrace them. I do. Sometimes I don't use a ruler when I do my lines, and I just thicken them up a little bit, or I just leave them alone. It's okay. It'll be okay. I promise. That leads us into a couple of things. Now, looking at this, okay. You don't have to be perfect. There are a lot of mistakes in my old journal, and some of them I tried to cover up, and some of them I just left alone. But it's okay to make the mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. I still really like this page. There are certain pages that I love in my old journal. Yes, there are pages I don't like, but that's okay. I know that I'm not perfect. I try really hard, but I'm not perfect. And then remember that you shouldn't compare yourself to others. It's really hard, yes, when you see all those really pretty bullet journal pages and videos and spreads on Instagram or YouTube, not to compare yourself. But don't compare yourself. You're you, I'm me, they're them. And we're all not the same. So just try and do what you can do. To being flexible with yourself, being okay with like changing it up, and then experimenting, trying new things. Okay, a couple more things. Now I know that this is starting in January, but remember you can start whenever you want. If you decide that you're not quite ready, start in February. Not quite ready, start in June. Not quite ready, start in December. It doesn't matter. If you start, just start whenever you're ready to start. It doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year. It can be in October or April. Start when you're ready to start. If you watch this video and you're in May and you're like, oh, I want to start. Oh, I should just wait till the beginning of the year. Don't. Just start now. Just figure it out. It'll be okay. Last thing, with the, not trying everything, which I should have put in there, but note what works and what doesn't work. So in my long-term journal, I'm actually adding in a page of what works and what doesn't work. So that way, whenever I start setting up for the next month's, or even next year, I'll know what works and what doesn't work. So if you have a page for that, that's good. Remember, all you need is a pencil, a ruler might help, definitely need the journal, and some black pens. You're set. All right. Good luck in bullet journaling. I hope this helped you. Okay, see you in the next video. Whoops. Clean up my mess. That's the next step.